All right, we're pretty much caught in a crossfire right here in between both sides. We'll try and get the information out before we get popped too bad here. We're looking at a saw gunner right here. He's got a nice full setup. He's got his drum. He's running a red dot. I always recommend these for support gunners, just because you're never going to get that good magnification. But the red dot allows you to quickly still engage, as you guys saw right there. In longer range areas, extending the buttstock's a good idea, but if you're tight CQB, make sure you keep it down in tight, and it keeps you a little more efficient. He's running a standard chest rig right now. He's got two big pouches on either side, so he could put 2 extra drums on each side, and then he's got the center pouches which we can run M4 mags. What have I said about support gunners? Support gunners are also mules, basically, for carrying extra ammo for the rest of the team. So just because you're a support gunner, don't think you can't carry M4 mags. You can still be very effective and very useful that way, but then you got your extra cans for your firefights, for you to stay combat effective. So it's always a good idea to have that. Remember, magnifying scopes on saw gunners, support gunners never make sense, but a good red dot can always be effective, and you can quickly engage and attack. He keeps the sides nice and clean, his back slick and clean. You know, if it were a big op, it'd be a good idea to have some hydration there.
Usually I have a backpack to carry all that stuff.
A good backpack. Remember too, when you're deciding on your backpacks, you're never doing a long mission. So a nice small assault pack that can last 24 hours the most is all you need usually, because you're going to get a break in a lot of events. So keep that in mind when deciding your full choices in that. Those of you guys that do run ECUs out there, I wanted to point this out. Take into consideration what happens as they get wet. See the change in the color, see how it starts to react and behave. All right, then, you know, it can be a hindrance, it can be an advantage, all right, when it comes to your camouflage. So make sure to pick that for the environment. But that's a good setup right there. Really good support gunner, nice and clean. Minus a couple things. Support gunners. It is important for you to have a sidearm, support gunners, because you never know when you're going to have to go to your backup. So keep that in mind. I would recommend the support gunner have a sidearm to back him up there. For these short games, having the one drum isn't as big of a deal. But once again, big op games, think extra drums, because then you're not, you know, trying to fumble around to load them. You can reload another one and fill it later when the time is a little more convenient and you're able to fight a little better. So take that into consideration. We're looking at a good, as of the situation that we are right now, we're looking at a good 7.5 out of 10. You know, we can build on it. There's some more stuff that we want to add and take into consideration. But for what we're doing right now, it's great. It's excellent for what he's got going. All right, so let's see what else we can find and see who else we can get in trouble with. All right, let's go.